I'm Don Bodan from SampleLibraryReview.com. Today we're going to be checking out this new EZKeys Cinematic Pads by Toontrack. Now the music you just heard there, that was a little mock-up I did using the new EZKeys Cinematic Pads as well as Toontrack's Easy Drummer Gospel expansion and the Easy Bass Fretless, which I'm really loving that Easy Bass programmability. If you don't know much about that, I'll include a link over to those instruments as well as a review to Easy Bass that I did in the not so distant past. The EZKeys line has been focused on different keyboards, as the name suggests, pianos and whatnot, but in the last couple of releases they've really expanded and started to create some instruments that film composers are probably pretty interested in. For the latest release here, EZKeys Cinematic Pads, Matthias Uckland, head of sound design and co-founder of Toontrack, sampled several analog modular synths as well as a vintage grand piano and some electric bowed guitars. EZKeys Cinematic Pads requires 1.2 gigabytes for install, contains 70 mix-ready presets, including soundscapes, sound design from modern pop and electronic. It's got a Midi library. You can drag and drop that Midi not only into the instrument, but from the instrument to your DAW. You can import third-party Midi straight into EZKeys. There's a chord selector, tuning, dynamic controls, humanizer, transpose, and then there's pedal controls for sustain, sostenuto, and dampening, and is a 32 and 64-bit compatible AAX, VST, or AU instrument. The library normally sells for $179. At the time of putting this video together here, you can pick it up over at our friends at Time+Space for just $149. And if you already own EZKeys, you can get Cinematic Pads as an expansion for $63. I'll include a link, take you straight over to Time+Space in the description below. Alright, we're going to start today's video just listening to a whole bunch of presets that the instrument has to offer. Then we'll dive into checking out a little bit of the functionality. So let's go ahead and just dive into the presets here first. We got Cinematic Pads as our loading up as our library inside the EZKeys engine. And then we've got atmospheres, bells, pads, modulated, saturated, strings, and the ability to create and save user presets. So let's just start at the beginning and we'll listen through a few of these. That was a nice listen through the atmospheric ones. We just jumped through about half of them. Let's listen to the bells presets. I'm hearing all kinds of interesting textures. I don't know if I would think of this instrument as a pads instrument, though. There's quite a bit going on in these. There's multiple layers here. Obviously, with the bells category, we're hearing a lot of the tingly bells, but I'm hearing reverse samples from pianos. I'm hearing lots of analog. There's even some analog warbliness in pitch, which is kind of fun. Let's continue on with the bells. Yeah, I think the more we dive in, the more I'm appreciating the layers and the curation of these textures. I think what I'm appreciating right away, thus far in the instrument, halfway through a quick preview of the presets, is the range here. When you go down into the bass, low notes, you're getting a very different character. Then if we do something in the middle, or up high. And that was probably not a great example of my thoughts there. I'm getting a lot of Blade Runner vibes from this library in general. Yeah, that's kind of fun, and I'm looking forward to more movement in these. All right, let's listen to the saturated presets. Move on to the strings. Yeah, I'm really digging the textures, different layers, some reverse samples in there. Very nice. Some of the features of EZKeys, I'm not quite sure how they'll translate, so I'm really curious to see how this would work. Basically, EZKeys as an instrument usually comes with some Midi, or you can get additional add-on packs. So for this example, let's just go to a modern urban jazz. Here we go. And we'll kind of see what this does, because we've got the ability to load up these different songs and patterns. Let's see what sound we've got right now. So all of these that you see here are folders under different categories of songs with different variations for each performance, a keyboard performance. Now, what's interesting to me is that this gives you a little preview not only of what the instrument not only what you could do with EZKeys by dragging in the track, and you can just have it basically play along with your DAW. So when you hit play, it auto syncs. But this is something that was performed for a specific style, urban jazz, on a piano. It could be for a different kind of keyboard. But what's interesting to me is I don't think it was ever thought that it would be played on with these kinds of sounds. So just something as simple as a chord progression played on the keyboard as MIDI, and to be able to, not only take that, you can change what chords each of the transitions to and from along this progression, but you're also able to take the entire section and drag this into your DAW for further manipulation. Now, like I said, I wasn't quite sure how these MIDI packs that come with these instruments would hold up, but so far they sound pretty good. Let's just try something else here. Yeah, I think what we're going to hear continuously until we have something that's very atmospheric, the other instruments, presets that load up are going to translate really well into these performances, because these MIDI performances here just work as far as music theory, as far as how they function, as far as how a real keyboard player would use them. Yeah, until we get something out like there. Like I said, atmospheres are stuff that's very sound design. They're still going to translate well. And like I mentioned, everything in this area can be programs. You can change your chord progressions, and then you can drag this whole thing into your DAW for further manipulation there. I am really loving the EZKeys expansions that they've stepped away from the traditional keyboards. I have a ton of pianos, organs, synths, and although those were nice for introductions for EZKeys, for those who really get the most out of being able to quickly drag in and build their chord progressions and start a song, these latest here EZKeys are really the ones that are exciting me, because they're starting to step into sound design, step into soundscapes, things that I think will be useful not just for scoring for those of us working on music for media, but also for those of us who are looking for something a little bit different. If we're working on songs, maybe we'll start with pianos and then just try to find something in the EZKeys Cinematic Pads that adds a little different depth or a contemporary sound to a song or tune. Those are just my thoughts on the instrument from this first look here, but I'd love to hear yours. Please comment below if you've been using EZKeys, which is your favorite EZKey expansion. I'm always curious to know. And it is Cinematic Pads, something you're interested in, something you'll be picking up. Please comment, let me know. Your comments help guide the channel and the site so we can keep making videos and content that's more relevant for you. Thanks so much for sticking around for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please share, like, comment, and if you're not already, subscribe and come back around for the weekly Deal Compressor on Fridays.